optical art. Okay guys, so I'm going to give you some important key support and resistance levels to pay attention to for Bitcoin if you're swing trading. I'm also going to cover his 3 peaks in a domed house. Kevin Svenson and MMcrypto have been talking about. So Kevin Svenson is saying we're around this 20 mark. We're going to be pushing up, put a new all-time high. Chris MMcrypto, he's saying that we're going to potentially push up a bit and then have a drop. I'm going to show you which one I think is correct. So before we get into that, this last video I put up, this was on December 10th. I was telling you where support levels are. Listen to what I said. Again, you can see this has been very strong support. We've already tested it 3 times. So if we come down, a likely support level is going to be 47,715. And your next support level below is going to be down here around 46,957. So this is a C1 chart. So look, if we break 47,715, this line right here, your next support is this line below. Wherever you make contact is the price. Where I had this price label is 46,957. And you can see, I made this tweet, this is December 10th. This is a C1 chart. This is that next white line below. We made contact right here, 46,845. And you can see we pushed up from this point. We pushed up a total of around 6.5%. So guys, the charts are accurate. I took the time to map out the direction of price. Your support and resistance levels are already mapped out. You see currently we're finding resistance right here at this this trend line here on the C1 chart. This was another tweet I made. This was 15 hours ago talking about the H1 chart. You can see this was our resistance right here. The next resistance is right above, and you can see how this played out. We did push above to this point, but we got rejected right here. This was resistance at 51,716, 51,186, right to the tick, 50,162, and then you see we got rejected here. It came down. Once we broke above this point, now we're getting rejected here at 49,839. So I'm going to come back and give you support and resistance levels to pay attention to, but let me show you what Kevin Svenson is saying. I'll play a clip of this real quick.
Over to the schematic that Chris used in this video. Look at this, the 3 peaks. The first floor, look at that, guys. 22 and 24 are above. The structure is at least bouncing off of the first floor or off of the 3 peaks.
So Kevin's saying we're here around the 20 mark, the 20 on this diagram, and we're pushing up, putting a new all-time high. All right. Chris, MMcrypto, this is what he's saying.
Zigzag accumulation, Bitcoin going higher, and then we are having the last domed house before we are going down, phase 26, before we are getting a bounce, dead cat bounce, 27, and one last shake off towards the downside.
So I'm gonna have to say Chris is correct. I think if again, if Kevin Svenson, if this was the case and we're in 3 peaks in a domed house, he would be correct that we would push up higher. But I don't think we're in 3 peaks in a domed house. I think that's a bunch of crap. I think what we're in right now is a house of cards on a fault line on the edge of a cliff, and in about 2 or 3 days we're going to have an earthquake. I'm going to show you that on the other chart. So this is the this is my J1 chart right here, and I just superimposed. You can see we've already broken structure. We've already broken market structure here. Support, 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 support. We've already broken down past this point. Now it's resistance. So yes, I believe that we're coming down. If we do push up, I don't see us pushing higher than 52,000 before that drop. I'm going to cover that as well. But you can see this kind of does play along with what Chris is saying. We would have one more push up, and then we would have a major drop. That does play along with my this chart right here that I've gone over many times. This just makes sense. This is a fractal that's playing out. I have it zoomed out. I just want to show you, how this yellow fib circle matches this blue fib circle. You can see this. I'm going to have to move this stuff around so you can see it. But right here is the 1.618. Notice that we got a pump from this point on the blue fib circle. This is the 1.618. Notice we got a pump right here, right? You can see when we came up, this is the 1. Notice we came down, we found support on the 1. Right here is the 1. Notice we pushed above it. We came down and found support. Right here is, so this is 1.618. This is 1.618. Notice we came down, we found support, right? So I'm just showing how this matches up. Notice the 2.618, we got a pump. This is the 2.618. Notice we got a pump right here. This is the 3.618. We got a pump. This is the 3.618. We got a pump. This right here is a 4.236. And you can see right here, that's where we got our drop. And this is the 4.236 right here. We got a drop. And this is the last ring, the 4.618, and you can see this is a point where we had that crash that brought us down to where we pumped from back here in February 2019, and this is the 4.618 in the blue fib circle, and we're about to cross this ring, and I believe that's when we're going to have that crash. So if this was 3 peaks in a domed house, what Chris is saying would go along with what I'm expecting. We're about to push up, not as high as he's saying. I believe if we push up, the highest we will go will be around potentially 52,000 before getting rejected. And time frame for that, let me find the date range here. Date range. So again, if we push up, we'll be closer to this ring. But at current price action, we are about 1 to 2 days before making contact with this ring, and about 3 days will be past this ring. So early next week is when I expect to have that major drop. I do think it's very possible we push up around 52,000, and then again, this would be, let me just one more time, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is the point we start dropping. We break this neckline, down we go. So that is what I'm predicting. And again, we'll see what happens. Remember, we have a next week, our new weekly candle open will be tonight, so that'll be interesting to see what happens. But I do think, again, we could push up 52K, but that will be the top before the drop. Let me give you some support resistance levels to pay attention to. So currently, you see we're breaking above this point. The next major resistance to watch is going to be up here around potentially 51,500. Keep in mind, that does play along with this chart here. Let's see. So this is what I'm saying. If we push up, your resistance levels to watch, and this is a lot of confluence here. You've got your 21 weekly moving average, right, coming right up to this point. So you would probably want to short 51,500. Notice where we found support right here on this 200 daily moving average. 46,756 was also the same point we found support on this trend line on the C1 chart. So let me show you. Sorry, guys. So again, 51,500. To potentially right here 52,000. So this would play along with that one chart, 51,623. Your current support right now is right down here at 49,528. Next support level below will be down here at 48,186. And then you can see where this line we found support, this will be a next major support if we have a drop around 47,438. On the H1 chart, you see now your support is right here at 49,839. The next resistance above is right up here on 51,298. If we drop, your next major support is going to be down here around 48,511. But guys, that's pretty much it. Just pay attention. I think starting next week, we're going to have a major dump. If you want to access these charts, website's h1tcrypto.com. I have a link pinned in the first comment and description. Guys, that's it. To the next video. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.